Down, 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 down.
I mean, I'm very happy to see this pump. I won't lie to you. I'm really happy to see this pump, but I don't know if I believe this pump. That's the problem. I don't know if I believe it. I've got some fundamental, what's the word I'm looking for? There's fundamental. It makes sense. I'm gonna walk you through why I think that the market is reading this whole situation wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy. There's green in the banter bubbles.
Look at this. Look at the candle, bro. Like, could this be? Could this be RSI reset? Could it be that the bulls are maybe just held great levels? Maybe they're gonna shine. What are these fundamentals saying, bro?
Okay, so wait, hold on. Let's see. What are the charts saying? Are the chart looks like a nice weekly candle, bounce off the 200-week moving average. I mean, I'm not a genius, but that's what I'm seeing on the candles. Yeah, I see an RSI reset on the weekly as well, which I think we deserve.
Yeah, so high time frame, and obviously last time we were here, Bitcoin was still between the 17, 18K level. So I think that was the question. We had such a good response from bulls this year. Now we've had a little bit of a bearish response, and we just wanted to make sure that we hold this level over here. And obviously now it's high time, but I want to hear about these fundamentals, because what I see is the dominance is getting ready to, like, the dominance looks like it wants to rip to 55%. If so, it's got to be a Bitcoin pump. It's got to be a Bitcoin pump.
Show me what you're seeing in the dominance. I want to see what you're seeing in the dominance. I really want to see what you're seeing in the dominance.
So firstly, dominance is not coming down at all. Like, it's been trending sideways, and now all of a sudden we're starting to break the 12-hour, the daily trends for another push to the upside. And it's the same thing again when it comes to this range. Bro, after this, like, this is crazy. You're looking at 54%. You're looking at 58%. We never thought we'd see a day of Bitcoin dominance go back up there. And the only way I would see it is probably an insane pump from Bitcoin. I don't know what you think.
So let's look at, it's Sunday. We decided to bring a stream to the community just because we felt that there was a lot going on. So why don't we get into all of the stuff that's going on? Let's look at this debt ceiling deal. Let's look at what the debt ceiling deal is going to do. There's stuff coming from Asia. Asia's opening in 72 hours. That was what our thumbnail was. 72 hours. Hong Kong opens trading to retail investors. That could maybe be a pump. Got some more inside info for you on China, which I'm seeing here in front of my screen. I want to also visit 𝗵𝗏, because the guy just raised another round. Can you believe it? This is another round after the other round, after the other round, after the other round. Can't believe that people are throwing money at this guy. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Solana, because I saw this tweet over here which says that the Solana versus ETH pair is at the same level it was in August of 2020. Can you believe that?
Oh, wow.
And I do think Solana is going to have its say. I want to talk about liquid staking, because liquid staking seems to be the biggest narrative. If you look at DeFi, liquid staking derivatives are the biggest use of DeFi, even bigger than DEXs at the moment. So I think
we got to speak about AI, and we got to speak about AI.
You need to take clout. You need to take a bounce. I'm going to jump off the stream.
No, we got. So which one did we get yesterday? I think it was that Matrix one. We absolutely nailed it, and now we have a lot of these AI tokens breaking the trends, and there are some retests for you guys. So I think it's time to get the entries for us, guys. Remember, rhythm comes, and I just got a feeling we're about to hit a strong rhythm. So let's stay focused.
I agree with you. All right, listen. If you're here on a Sunday, welcome. It's so nice to have you guys here on a Sunday. If you're new to the channel, well, we hang out here every now and then. In fact, we do daily shows during the week, every single week. We hang out here sometimes on Sundays when we've got nothing better to do. I was chatting to Sheldon. He was talking about a whole lot of calls. I said, Sheldon, let's just jump on the stream, bro. Let's jump on the stream.
Let's do a show together, bro. Let's bring the duo back. Now and then we have to.
I saw the bubbles were a little bit green. That helped us a lot. Guys, I'm really enjoying Banter Bubbles. It's so cool. You go in here. You sign in. In fact, I'm not going to sign in because okay, I'm going to sign in for you guys. And then you can see, you can chat about the community. You can chat with the community. The more you guys chat here, the more amazing the bubbles become. Also, new features launching this week on Banter Bubbles. And it's available now on the App Store for Apple and for Google. So go and download Banter Bubbles. Be part of the community. Let's have some fun. All right, should we do this? Sheldino Tentino.
Let's do it, bro.
Let's do it. Josh, is there like a little Sheldon song to get the rhythm going here, to get the blood going here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the charts, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right.
We got him.
Ah,
We got him.
Raymond.
We got him.
Ah, Mr. Ray, Mr.
All right,
Ray.
listen, it's Sunday. We're not taking ourselves very, very, very seriously. I think we just chat to have some fun with you guys tonight. Maybe just catch up on all the cool things that have happened this weekend on the markets. Let's quickly go through the markets and just quickly recap on what happened on the markets. Then we'll go into the charts. And remember, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, subscribe to the channel. And
subscribe to the channel, and remember, in I think 3 or 4 weeks, we have cohort 6 launching for Sniper School. Go below, click register Sniper School. 3 basic steps, and come join the best TA school in the world.
It is the best TA school,
brother.
So let's quickly look at what happened on Friday. Let's talk about all the news that happened the last couple of days. First of all, Friday happened. We had high PCE numbers, which means that the inflation numbers are increasing. So you look at the inflation numbers. They went down for 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 5 readings they went down. The 6th reading, we went up, and we went up a lot. We forecast 3.9%. We got 4.4%. That's not good. That sent the probability of an interest rate hike to now probably 70%. So like we are getting another interest rate hike. 65% chance of getting another interest rate hike. Bad. Okay, then the other big news in the markets was this debt ceiling crisis. And I always said that they were always going to resolve the debt ceiling. There was no chance that they weren't going to resolve the debt ceiling. The debt ceiling crisis is almost approved. So they've reached a deal. Okay, so the Democrats and the Republicans have now reached a deal. It's a deal that everyone knew that would happen, and they're saying here it's an important step forward that reduces spending while protecting critical programs for working people and growing the economy for everyone. And the agreement protects my congressional Democrats' key priorities and legislative accomplishments. Basically, if I read between the lines here, the Republicans squeezed Biden so hard that he got to keep a couple of his things. Now, it's not over yet, okay? It's not over yet because the Democrats and the Republicans still have to vote this into law. And that happens, I think, on Wednesday. The McCarthy expect to vote on the deal on Wednesday. So that's when they're going to vote it into law. Everyone thinks this is a good thing. Everyone thinks that the fact that the debt ceiling is increased is a good thing. And that's why the markets are rallying. But it's a bad thing. And it's specifically a very, 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 very bad thing for Bitcoin. This is what people don't understand. The Treasury hasn't had money because they were running out of money, so that they could not raise any more money. They could not take on any more debt. However, now all of a sudden, they are going to be able to take on debt because the debt ceiling has been increased. And what's very, very, very interesting about this debt ceiling is that the new debt ceiling bill, the debt ceiling is uncapped until 2025. So what they did was they said they're going to have a time-based debt ceiling limit increase, not a money-based. Usually they say, look, you can raise the debt ceiling by 1 trillion or 2 trillion. This time they didn't say that. They said you can raise it till 2025. Why 2025? Because that's just after the elections, okay? And some estimates show 4 trillion in debt will be added by 2025 when this happens. Now so the US is going to go deeper and deeper and deeper into debt. But that's not that's not what I tweeted about earlier. I tweeted about something which I think everybody's missing out. I said the market's reading this debt ceiling all wrong. The US was never going to default. So there's nothing to celebrate about the fact that they reached a debt ceiling deal. Once the debt ceiling is lifted, the Treasury will need money because they don't have money. And they will start selling treasuries into the market. They will start selling debt into the market. And they'll probably sell initially about $1 trillion of debt into the market. What's that going to do? It's going to dry up all the liquidity. It's going to take $1 trillion of money out of the market temporarily before the US government spends it again. So there will be $1 trillion taken out of the market because of this debt ceiling increase. I want to show you. 11 years ago, when this thing happened, markets rallied on the news and then collapsed on the day of the vote because the market started to realize the market started to realize that the liquidity was actually going to be taken out the market. Now, if you want to look at liquidity, you can see that Bitcoin just follows liquidity. This is the blue line is the money supply, the liquidity, basically, how much money is in the economy. And the white line is the Bitcoin price. And you can see that Bitcoin is exactly a mirror image. So I'm not happy about this debt ceiling. I'm not happy about this debt ceiling increase. I think it's going to be bad for the markets. I think the markets are rallying because they're relieved that there was a deal. But I think when they sober up and they realize what the hell's going on here, they're going to realize this is not news to rally on. And then you compound that and you say bad inflation numbers and potentially an interest rate increase just means more tightening. More tightening means less liquidity into the market. So listen, I'm very happy the market's running, but I'm not buying the reasons why it's running. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about this shit.
So for me, it's weird because chart-wise, obviously Bitcoin has held good levels, but when it comes to understanding, let's just quickly jump in here. There we go. So obviously, like we said, the beginning of this year, it was such a big thing for Bitcoin to get back above the 25K, and now it's such a big thing to obviously hold it. But what we're sitting on now is obviously the 200 weekly moving average. So far, so good. We're bouncing in the correct area to continue this bullish momentum that we've had. But when it comes to the actual charts here, you got to look and be like, okay, if we do manage to hold these levels and we do manage to break these highs, like the gaps are insane to the next prices. And because you're saying what you're saying, it's like, what could cause Bitcoin, if we break 31, the next target's $38,000 to $40,000? Like, what would it be, bro? What's the catalyst? Because if we bounce where we're at now, we're bullish. But for me, it's like
the catalyst could be that the market had this already priced in, or the catalyst could be China. So one of those two. I just want to show you. This is from TED Talks Macro. So this is TED Talks Macro. I respect him a lot from a fundamentals point of view. He says, when the debt ceiling is inevitably raised, the main driver of US net liquidity will be the Fed's quantitative tightening, which points to lower liquidity through the middle of the year. As we know, that should place downward pressure on risk assets like Bitcoin. So, you know me, I'm the constant bull, but I'm looking at this and I'm going, there is an interest rate increase on the horizon, and there is Fed tightening on the horizon. So that's on the one side of the coin. But then you have on the other side of the coin China, and China coming online in the next 72 hours. So 1 June. You have Hong Kong opening trade to retail investors. It looks like a lot's happening all of a sudden. Or maybe we're just looking for it. Like yesterday we had 𝗕𝗏𝗕𝗃 advertising on the Chinese CCTV. So this is the actual CCTV in China. And in the table tennis or ping pong championships, you had 𝗕𝗏𝗃 advertising, right, which is quite weird. There was also this white paper that CZ tweeted about, which seems like there was this white paper for Web3 innovation and development, and it mentioned a whole lot of things like metaverse. It mentioned things like Gavin Wood. It mentioned a whole lot of other things. And I mean, CZ said, look, it's not financial advice, but he seems to be quite bullish. He seems to be quite bullish about this whole thing. It says a few more pages that received his picks, not sure of the authenticity, talks about NFTs, VR, AI, metaverse. Looks like ByteDance, ByteDance, the company that owns TikTok, JD, Baidu, all have their sections. Gavin Wood and 𝗵𝗆 was mentioned too. Web3 all over the place. Summary, that CN Web3 report, feel free to Google Translate. Okay, well, let's Google Translate and just see what it says. On the morning of 27th of May, the Beijing minister, blah, blah. All right, so, I mean, I don't know. So we do have Hong Kong coming in this month. Maybe people are more excited about China than they're worried about the US. I don't know.
So what's obviously interesting is we've got to speak about the dominance again. Like, is Benjamin Cowan going to be right? That firstly. Secondly, when it comes to actually Bitcoin and where we're at now, we have this daily trend. So we hold obviously the support now. We have the RSI's reset on the weekly, which I'll show over here. There we go. On the stochastic, we're getting down to the bottom. And obviously now the bulls are going to attempt. Now it's crucial that we do obviously make the higher high here. And the way we want to see that is on the small pump we're getting right now is to get back above 2930K, get shorter time frame higher highs. I actually have the 4-hour chart over here where we are looking past this 27,500 to finally get our first shorter time frame higher high. So it means at the moment we should see continuation to the upside to at least the area of the 28.5. But then we got to obviously break that trend. And we break that trend, we get to the upside. I think there's a...
Go back to that 4-hour chart. Go back to that 4-hour chart. Is that a double bottom?
Double bottom. So when it came to the smaller time frames, this is a really, really, really good pattern to be finding. And obviously now it's playing out. And the way we know it's playing out is obviously higher high. So a lot of the guys short time frame have been trying to short this area. And if we get through this area, you'll start to see a short-term squeeze. And if we obviously get through the 28,500, you start to see a medium-term squeeze that can take it up to the high. And if we decide to break the high, you're going to see a weekly squeeze to the upside. Now, what's intriguing for me is what's up with this volume. That's firstly something that's a big thing within Binance. Is this is a lot of volume in the area that we're not calling possible start of bull market and something like that. Like for me, this has to be smart money, right? Because they buy within.
Just look at what happened since April. I mean, I hear a lot of volume came in, but look, that was only until March. After March, it looks like a graveyard.
No, but remember, they needed the volume to get through here.
Yes.
Remember, what they say is this. Like here, look at previously. Look at the last bull market. No volume. Where did the volume come in? When we had to get through these critical stages. Once you're through the critical short-term levels, remember, retail take over after that, and we don't need big money anymore. We just have retail flowing in. So it took so much volume, you can see over here, to get through that 25K. That was literally the biggest green volume candle we saw. And now it's the same thing for me. Is now you got volume tapering down, okay? And it's basically going to show you two things. Either we're going to attempt these highs. If we don't make the higher high here, we might get a huge volume spike to the downside. We might. We might possibly come down to the early 20,000s. But what's interesting as well is the last bull market from the top to the bottom was 396 days. And now from this top to the bottom is 396 days, to the exact, just indicating possibly the bottom is in. Doesn't mean we're not going to the bottom phase. But all that I'm paying attention to now is if we do have Bitcoin get through the shorter time frames, let's go back there quick. You can see the short-term squeeze possibly starting now. We're on 27,600 of us getting through these major levels over here. And we do end up getting a breakout over here for the squeeze. We're going to have dominance squeeze all the way up to the possible of the 54 to the 56%. So for me, if this dominance is going to go to those areas, it's a Bitcoin pump. And that pump for me is possibly to 38,000, 40,000. If we do what we've done in the last cycles, where this is just a blow off, what do they call it? A bearish,
a bear market rally, a bear rally.
Bear market rally, exactly. So if it's a bear market rally, we could reach 618 and reject, okay? And it's the same thing here. Where is 618? It's showing 50K, okay? That's if it is a possible bear market rally. Yes, it could tip here. That's fine. Or is this the start? Do they send it early? Like, I actually want to ask your opinion on it. How do they screw it this time? They screwed us the last bull market by giving a higher high. This is where they screwed us. Because we thought, higher high, we're going. Like, we were waiting for this signal here, right? Where we had the high, lower high, and all of a sudden started down. And this is where they screwed us that time. They sent the higher high. How do they slightly shift this bull market? What do they do slightly different to what they did the last time? And the one thing that comes to my mind is they possibly send it earlier. If they send it earlier, like, will you be ready for it? Will many be ready for it? Like, how do they fuck me? I'm sorry for my language, but like,
I'm invested. I'm 90% in. I'm actually watching Bitcoin now. If you quickly go to the charts now, it's 27,650. This candle ain't stopping. This candle ain't stopping.
Oh, yeah, look at it. On the short, it should go to 28.5 now.
Yeah, so I mean, this is an amazing candle. To think that 4 days ago we were down at 26,000, we're back at 27,650. I think any minute now the shorts actually start to get smoked, and when those shorts actually start to get smoked, we start getting a little bit of a short squeeze. We start getting a bit of a short squeeze that could take us to 30,000. Now, I think
but it's Bitcoin only. That's the thing, and maybe Ethereum. We'll speak about Ethereum in a second because Ethereum is breaking some good ground.
Well, is it Bitcoin only? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Just let's look at.
I hope this plays out because this is a weekly inverse on the total 3. Hopefully, this can play. If this plays out, then things will be good for us. But so far, right now, the coins that are pumping are like narrative tokens. It's not everything as a whole. It's like you have to sort of catch the right sort of where the bee's at, right?
Yes.
So that's the only tokens that are really doing crazy things at the moment. We are getting a lot of tokens breaking daily trends right now with Bitcoin as it stands, as in Nia, Phantom, all of the old ones. And I actually want to speak about Solana because did you just bring up Solana to ETH? Are we really going to do this again? Are we going to do this again?
Well, it came off a tweet. Hold on, it came off a tweet, and the guy said, "Look, what did he say on this tweet? Let's just close all the garbage windows." hold on. Let me just quickly find this tweet. He said something along the lines of, he said, Solana has, hold on. The Sol versus ETH pair is the same level that it was in August 2020. This will legit be the easiest trade I ever take. Let's quickly go to Sol.
I got to agree with that though. Because for me, Sol just got like incredibly destroyed. Look at that. To ETH. So it's literally back to these, it's back to these lows over here. Yes, and then what you do have is, if you obviously have, let's actually have a look quickly at the RSI. If that's reset and we break trend, then it's good.
Let me show you something. So you can show the technicals. I'm gonna go to the fundamentals.
Yeah. So there we go. If that obviously starts to break, it's big, because what you're going to basically see is, guys, you're going to look at all of these things as stairs and horizontals and things like that. Basically means if we break this trend, we're going to attempt these highs again. If we get through that, we obviously break up to these levels here, and I'll give the percentages now. And what does this mean, guys? It basically just means that Solana is going to outperform Ethereum. So for me, I look at it as two ways. Firstly, I look at it as bullish Solana. Yes, I can make money to the dollar. But secondly, if I am an ETH farmer or someone that wants to make more Ethereum, by me being in Solana in a certain period of time can make me Ethereum. And for example, if this starts to break through here, you're looking at 40% to that range, 79%, and up to 120%. So for me, if I am getting this, I'll use it in two ways: to obviously make dollars to the Sol USDT, but to also make Ethereum.
Let me tell you what I think is going to happen. I think that Solana has been beaten up so badly. It has just been beaten and beaten and beaten ever since FTX. Ever since FTX, Solana has just been hit and hit and hit. But I think that what's going to happen soon is it's going to recover. And when it recovers, it's going to make up for all the lost time, all the lost things. Now, if you look at it from a fundamentals point of view, and again, I'm only showing you data. I'm not making any interpretation as data, but look at the number of daily active addresses. The green line is Solana. Okay, now it's always near the top. If it's not the biggest, it's always number 2 or number 3, but it's mainly the biggest. Okay, and that's compared to Polygon, compared to Ethereum, compared to everything else. Then, and remember, on Ethereum, people are now trading meme coins. So Ethereum is, if you look at it longer, you're probably going to see that there's a big difference here, because people have now started to trade meme coins on Ethereum. Look at the actual daily number of transactions over here. Solana is the number 1 in terms of daily number of transactions. So I think what's going to happen here, eventually Solana is just going to catch up. And I actually saw, I think, another tweet. Solana has the second largest developer community in crypto and fast growing in spite of a 7-year head start by the incumbent. Second higher in NFT volume, the best payments, more TPS than all the other chains combined. State compressions, XNFTs, etc., etc. So I think from a fundamental point of view, you can't really argue that Solana is going to have its day. So for me, it's just a case of I'm accumulating Solana, because I just think that I don't see any other chain that has that amount of traction and that is an L1. So I just keep buying it. I mean, I just keep buying it.
Well, wouldn't you say that at the phase we're at now, if you are a Solana lover, like, you're being smart money right now? Isn't this probably the best area you could accumulate it? I remember when we started off the journey, it was literally sitting at $20-something when I just started then. And then it went all the way. It was literally here. These areas, that's where I started. Banter. And that's where it went. And now obviously we got this trend, but where Solana really starts to catch steam is just, again, it's got to get through this nemesis. It's like this nemesis of this 27. It's just this previous low that we lost over the FTX crash over here with that huge spike. As soon as we start getting through there, then you start to see big accelerations back to the higher numbers of the late 40s and all the way up possibly to the $80 level. So for me, anywhere below that resistance, at some point we're going to smash it. So for me, accumulating below that makes sense.
Take me to render. I'm quickly looking to see what's going on in the bubbles. For me, the biggest thing that's happening is the Apple announcement, or Apple Developer Day, 5 June. I think that for me is very good. And also the NVIDIA announcement, that they're talking about how much more GPU power they are using.
So they look like they're, I don't know what's up with this coin, but it's been obviously a very fun coin this year. definitely when it comes to volatility levels. So you still got to time it pretty nicely. But where we're at now is I'm possibly seeing maybe a cup and handle. Maybe we'll wait to see if we do reject at this resistance over here, because basically you can see this huge cup and maybe there is a handle and then we start to explode. So for me, I'm still slightly patient to get it around the $2 level, just back on support over here. But obviously if it gets through this gap over here, you know, you got huge pushes of up to $4, $6, and all the way even up to the $7, $8 region. So I'd be a little bit patient, but I know a lot of people, we got them in. We got them in around $1. The beginning of this year, we've been getting into render. So for now, I would hold on strong. I think it's one of the best performers if this market wakes up now. And obviously a few other, I just want to get your opinion on them. So I thought the AI pump in the beginning was slightly fakish, and I'm glad we did have a little bit of a pullback. And we've just come to fill these ones over here. But Singularity for me is broken daily trend. It's on the test right now. Volume starting to come in. You know, I'm personally getting some of it. I think AI is going to run. I really do. I'm seeing volume. I'm seeing spikes here. So guys, if you missed this, this is my dollar costing zone for spot. I wouldn't trade it leverage right now. It's a bit too volatile. We spoke about this one over here, and I think we are up. When did I speak about it? Yesterday. So we are up at the moment over 30% over here. There might be a retest on this, which is around about the 2.2 cents. If we get it, I'll be loading up. We got fetch.
Just wait, just 1 second. So you did call that one yesterday, right?
Yeah. We called it yesterday. Right. Thank you, sir. I'm excited. I want to get a run. It's going to get warm.
Much honor. What other ones did you call yesterday? Because you had a good show yesterday. You had a great show yesterday.
Fetch we called early yesterday, so that's also up 10-15%. We had GRT, ARPA, which I'll speak about now. But this fetch, guys, if it does come in here, like for me, it's broken 4-hour trends, 12-hour trends, and I've given you guys the 2 major TPs. So a lot of these are showing on the short time frame about a 30-40% move up. It looks like AI runs together. I don't know what it is, but a lot of it runs together at once. And I do have medium-term targets of up to 60%. But right now, I'm moving to where the Bs are. So this one over here, definitely good. I spoke about render. Ocean, been for so long, but like Ocean, this is one that's still in trend. So if you want to get early like this over here, where you catch it nice and early before the volume and that starts to come through. Remember, volume is going to come when we break these major trends. So Ocean is still one that obviously rampaged this year, really strong when it all happened. And this is still one that's in trend. So pay attention to the break of that breakout. We have GRT waking up. So I think GRT, again, horizontally on high time frames, is at a great dollar costing zone. But we're also starting to get it breaking 4-hour trends. And right now it's retested beautifully. So I would say last entries over here on GRT as it stands. And that's more or less it. Am I missing any other major ones within AI? I know there's lots of
there's the smaller tokens. There's the smaller tokens. There's a 𝗤𝗤𝗕.ai, which is, I mean, I love that token. I'm invested in it, full disclosure. But they're much smaller caps. They're much smaller caps. You know what I think we should do with Bubbles? I think what we should do here at Bubbles is we should actually have categories. So we should have like AI category, and then
yes.
The Bubbles in the category. So I think what we'll do is we'll build that for the community tomorrow. We'll ask the guys to build it for us tomorrow to actually like break them down into AI, all the different categories. Just break them down, put them in the Bubbles first. We'll just be much more fun, I think.
And then on there, are they able to like? Okay, let me not ruin what could possibly come next.
What do you think could possibly come next?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying, can people like build their own portfolios in there? Can they do things?
That's coming. Don't worry, there's some amazing things. Someone is asking me about TENET. So TENET, it's too early to do TA on TENET because it's only launched, I think, on Friday. But from a fundamentals point of view, I was reading a lot of stuff around liquid staking derivatives. I just want to show you all the stuff that's going around. So, as I said, liquid staking is right now the biggest use case of DeFi, actually bigger than DEXs when it comes to TVL. What is liquid staking? It's when you don't stake your own tokens, you put them into sites like Lido, into sites like Rocket Pool, into sites like Frax. And so that is where you can stake it. And what you do is you get a liquid staking token. Now, what do you do with that liquid staking token? You could actually earn a whole lot more yield on that liquid staking token. Now, one of the things that I invested in was a company called TENET, a protocol called TENET. What they do is they use liquid staking tokens to to verify or to validate their network. So unlike ETH, where you have to stake ETH to validate transactions on the network, here you stake liquid staking tokens. So they create another use case for liquid staking tokens. Now, that's a company called a protocol called TENET. We are investors. Full disclosure, you know we are investors. We got in quite early into this one, but we think that it's a great idea. That's why we brought it to the community. I'm not telling anyone to buy it right now. I just want to show you what it does so that you understand what it does. Sheldino, people are here also talking about Litecoin. They're talking about your call into Litecoin. Someone said they got into Litecoin after Sheldino called it. What's next for Litecoin?
So Litecoin, we obviously saw a lot of volume coming through. So you can see my little drawing there on us breaking the next trend. So we got the buys here. So that was really good over there. Litecoin, I'm just seeing a lot of volume coming in, and obviously breaking.
There's the Litecoin halving.
Amazing. So what it's showing here is it's fighting obviously this area here. It's very similar to the Solana $27 zone. And after that, you start hitting the huge gaps. So you have basically the $100 is the mark. It's basically the same as Matic when it was fighting that dollar range. And obviously above that, we start looking at 135, 158. So there's a lot of interest here at the moment. We have the other ones as in XRP, breaking daily trend. So XRP, don't know what's happening there, but obviously one of the wake up coins as soon as the market starts to show some steam. I think Phantom's going to rocket here. I really do. Like I think where Phantom is right now, look at this. Like it's crazy. This is such a good support to resistance flip over here. And it looks good. So I think Phantom over here for spot is fantastic. Injective, bro.
Mainnet launch today. There was a mainnet launch today, which was good. Is
this a sell the news sort of? Because if it breaks this daily,
no, I think it's just
again at $10.
I think it's just started. I mean, here I just got a very, very, very like, you know, if you're not watching what's happening on Bitcoin, you got to be watching what's happening on Bitcoin. So first of all, the first clue is in the bubbles. You can see the ordinals bubble is up 30% today. Audi bubbles is up 30% today. The market cap of BRC20 tokens is 409 million. The market cap of ERC20 tokens is 152 million. There's a lot of development going on Bitcoin. There's a lot of development going on.
Could this be the Bitcoin dominance and the Bitcoin? Could it be? Could that be one of the main catalysts?
Yeah, this is what I said.
No, we spoke about the China and all of that there. So, okay, so that could be a reason why obviously dominance could just rip up. Dude, we never thought we'd see, come on, a 55% or 60% dominance.
Yes.
If you asked us a year ago, we would have probably bet anything that we'd never see it again. It's crazy. It's crazy how the market always resets. Let's see what else over here. So another one that's looking good is CFX. Good. I don't know if you know much about it.
Conflux is the darling child of China. So this is our Asia watch list. Conflux is always the first one that we put in here. Always the first one that we put on here. When China's bullish, Conflux runs. When China's not bullish, it doesn't run. That's basically what this Conflux is.
Okay. Another one breaking 4-hour trend is Lido. I don't know what
Check
your thoughts are there.
Lido, liquid staking derivatives, LSD narrative. There's a massive LSD narrative going right now. We could just check on the bubbles what people are saying about it. I did see it jumping around here. Lido. Do you see Lido?
I don't see Lido.
I see Lido here. Let's just see if anyone said anything about why it's running today. No.
Yeah, and it looks like it's only just starting to break some shorter trends now. So pay attention to Lido. Another one is Anchor Protocol. Breaking 4-hour trends in a great 618 like horizontal retest over here. So I think a dollar costing zone is good here. And obviously looking to break.
Bubbles on Android yet? Josh, I know you're in the back end here. Are bubbles on Android yet?
No, I don't think it's on it yet, but it should be tomorrow.
Oh, it will be on tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow you can get your Bubbles app on Android. We're still cleaning it up as well. We are still cleaning it up. It's 1 day old.
What else? A lot of these coins like DYDX possibly look at this volume tapering down. If it breaks here, volume comes in. So at least it's fun to say that we got Bitcoin obviously pushing on the shorter time frames now and hopefully giving us some shorter squeezes. I would love to see us close around 29K this week. Like if we could just in the next 3 hours just go crazy, that would be good.
It can happen. I'm worried about the fundamentals, but I mean, there's a lot of momentum here. There's a lot of momentum here. You know, you talk about Bitcoin ordinals. Even the most skeptical of people on Bitcoin, even Peter Schiff. Now, Peter Schiff has been the arch enemy of Bitcoin. He is launching a collection on ordinals. I kid you not, Sheldon. You can't make this shit up, bro. You
Come
cannot
on, bro.
I'm pleased to announce an art project with my favorite artist, Market Price. This collaboration features the original painting Golden Triumph, as well as a series of prints and ordinals inscribed in the Bitcoin blockchain. I kid you not, this came from Peter Schiff. I kid you not.
Up with him?
Even CZ said, seeing Peter Schiff convert makes me happy. Now, I think that there's a big message here. And I'll tell you why I like this message a lot.
Yeah.
Someone says it is on Android already. Someone says, Kishore says it is. The reason why I like this a lot is because he is not buying Bitcoin for the store of value, because he doesn't believe it in a store of value. But he is buying Bitcoin for the use case on the Bitcoin blockchain. Like the fact that you can now make NFTs on the Bitcoin blockchain, he's buying it for the actual use case, which makes me I believe one day we'll all just use blockchains without knowing we use blockchains, like we use the internet without actually using internet, right? Like that's what I think is gonna happen. But I mean, I don't know, when Peter Schiff is doing that kind of thing, I mean, who knows?
No, it's actually crazy. But is that the top signal? I think that's the
値𝗪𝗧𝗧 says something very interesting. She said Peter's father's story is amazing. I'll tell you a story about Peter's father. Peter's father believed, I think his name was Erwin, if I'm not mistaken. And Erwin Schiff, if I remember. Let me just make sure I don't get the guy's name wrong, because then, you know, I could go to jail. Peter Schiff, father. Yeah, Peter Schiff's father. His name was, I think, Erwin Schiff. Erwin Schiff, yeah, that's him. His name's Erwin Schiff. Erwin Schiff actually went to jail because he didn't want to pay tax. And he so didn't want to pay tax that he refused to pay tax. And he landed up actually... He said income tax in the US is illegal and unconstitutional. Anyway, long story short, the guy lands up in jail. I think he died in jail, bro. I think he actually died in jail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
really?
I think he died in jail.
Okay.
Yeah, he argued it was illegal. Judges in several criminal cases ruled against him, basically. At the time, he was 87. He died in Federal Bureau of Prisons reported he died in jail. So,
wow.
Very interesting story. Very, very, very interesting story.
I actually want to read up. That's interesting.
He was against taxes. He was against taxes.
That's crazy, bro. So what's the plan of the week, bro? I think for me, it's to get trading, to get us rolling. Hopefully we can capture the AI. What's your goal this week? I know you sit every day, and I think it's so great to sit. Like, you've been pumping the team up. You had a chat with the whole of Crypto Banter on Friday. You're like, guys, brilliance or nothing. Let's go. Let's bring the Banter fam. Let's get them pumped. This market wakes up at any time. We can't be exhausted.
Ready,
and that was big, bro.
But
we just gotta let the family know that we're here. We pumped. The leaders pumped. We want to get us moving.
I mean, let's just quickly recap what's been happening. So number one, we launched Bubbles to build the biggest social trading community in the world. The idea is for everyone to meet here and talk about what they're doing. Within about a week or two, you'll be able to trade directly from the Bubbles, directly to your favorite exchange. We have a partnership with Mario Norful and 𝗪𝗏𝗄𝗃 kicking off this week in Spaces. So we have officially inked a deal, which launches on Wednesday. We're launching Twitter Spaces every single day, combined as a collaboration between myself, Mario, and 𝗪𝗏𝗄𝗃. So that's a huge thing that's
every
happening.
Day. That's incredible.
Every single day.
Straight after your show.
Straight after my show, we launch, and it's going to be a 4-hour Spaces every single day, or 3-hour Spaces every single day. So that's another big thing that's happening in Banter.
Did you warn the wife, bro?
I have warned everybody.
To say about that one.
Yeah, and then we're also launching Banter News Service, which is going to be Banter News Service is probably I think we're going to have it up in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we'll have the Banter News Service. You'll have a dedicated Banter news feed, which you can have on your desktop. Your laptop.
This is one that I'm excited for. I think this is one of the best we've ever created.
So I think that's what's happening. So I think there's a lot happening. I've never been more excited. Even though we're in a bear market, we keep building. I'm just so excited. As you can see, I'm here on a Sunday night.
In the bear market, exactly.
I could be at home. Instead, what am I doing? I'm sitting here
With
with my brother
𝗕𝗐𝗓.
and representing.
Okay,
yeah, so-
but let's get back to the families. Otherwise, we're gonna ask this whoop,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay, wait. So hold on. So quickly, just remember, there are still 4 days in the ByBit trading competition. The winner is still David, the guy that we met randomly in Miami. He's still the winner of the ByBit trading competition. Doesn't mean you can't beat him. There seems to be like a standoff between him and the number 2 guy. Now, I wonder what's going on here. Let's just understand what could be going on here. Either this number 2 guy is waiting until the last day and then he's going to go all or nothing for the Tesla.
He's gonna try.
Or-
I think so.
Or hold on. Or he said, hold on, I'm happy with taking the Rolex. Let David take the Tesla. I do want to remind you guys, David kept getting wrecked until he did sniper school. He managed to turn $400 into $130,000. And on top of that, he is also now winning in this competition. So if you've ever needed a sign that it's maybe time for you to join sniper school, click on the link below and join sniper school. And if you don't become a better trader by the time you finish doing sniper school, I will personally refund you every single cent that you paid to get into sniper school. I'm going to refund you personally.
Amazing. And you know what's nice? David is adding to the course. That's the amazing thing. The
Oh,
guy
why-
that's winning now, he's gonna add his things into the course.
Yeah, so I
amazing.
think, there's a link below. Click the link below, sign up, have fun with us. Sniper School Cohort 6 starts very, very soon. Someone says, Run, there's no time to shave. I've been away with the family. I've been away at the most incredible place. Let me actually show you how cool this place was. And you'll understand why I haven't shaved. I mean, we might as well show this. I mean, we lose nothing by showing it. So yeah, I'm going to show you my story. So this is where I was on the weekend. So it's a cliff, you see? So there's a cliff and a beach. And I was staying in the house on the cliff, which is like
that's nice, bro.
Which is built onto the cliff. But wait, hold on, I'll show you. See, it had like the sauna. You see that sauna? You see how's that sauna? And then that sauna overlooks the whole mountain. So I was like jumping into the sauna. Look at that. So you see that was me in the sauna taking pictures in the sauna. And so I had a sauna and I was like overlooking the sea and it looked like a tree house and there was horses and it was amazing. So I've had, like, you're asking me, why haven't I shaved? I've been away with the fam. I've been doing all these amazing things.
Spending some family time, bro.
Exactly.
Amazing, my brother.
Someone
Let's
says,
do
smoke
this.
the sauna. What do you think? All right, listen.
We can stop on the way home. You wanna?
No. It's tomorrow's Monday.
Whatever, Puff.
All right, Ray. Listen.
Raven. Okay, my brother.
Guys, we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Remember, all of us are back tomorrow. So Kyle, Miles, Sheldino, Hustle. Tomorrow's a full day on the channel, and there's a DCA off our channel. Sending you guys much love. Thank you for joining us on the Sunday. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't liked the content, like the content. Otherwise, go out there, chill, wake up tomorrow. Let's have the biggest weeks of our lives. Trade well, my friend. Have fun.